What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am Lawrence Cartze, and as I've been joined pretty much all week, all our friends are away, me and Pluggo have been holding it down. How you doing, Pluggo?
I am good. Talk about a marathon week, brother. We've been at this since Thursday, and we spent Thursday together, Saturday together, Sunday. What was just the Lawrence and Pluggo show, baby. Yeah. We already got some people hanging in the chat too. The boss is in the house saying morning, guys. And Omar, our guy, saying what's good, G's.
8 likes already.
I know. And the idea, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it's confirmed nor denied, but if we get to 12 likes, we will announce Ride or Die's tag team opponents at LPW 23 Steamboat Willie. And I got to tell you guys, I want to know who that is. Because every time we do the predictions for LPW shows, I always ride or die. I always roll with TFA. But based on the needs for likes, it sounds like their opponent's going to be a stiff one. So let's see.
So, what do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about first, guys? I mean, we had the Royal Rumble yesterday, which in stealing, let's just say this, in stealing a page out of another company's book, the press conference outshined the show for better or worse, mainly worse. So it's up to you.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say it entirely outside the show, but it did.
Yeah, it did do a damn job.
It didn't help anything. But we can start with the show, I guess. We'll just go out like
let's do that. I went over it last night with the Goose honk right here on this channel. We had a full react, but I'm still pretty jacked up about the show itself, so we can talk some more about it.
Yeah, so what a pretty fun Royal Rumble show. I enjoyed it. I think very much the highlight was the Women's Royal Rumble match.
100%.
Yeah, like
pause. We hit 12 according to Affiliate, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait. Zach, our very own Smart Mouth, Zach will be joining us in 5 minutes or so. When he gets in here, since he's the graphic wizard, we'll let him unveil. But keep those likes coming. Let's get to 15 now. But yes, Women's Royal Rumble, Lawrence, loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. They started out absolutely hot with the return of Naomi.
Right at number 2. Her and Natty started it off.
Yeah, which was a smart move, not just as a big return, but also she is from Florida. Florida's played a big part in her life. Mm-hmm. Both, and she's talked about it before. She's won a championship there. So having her return in Florida at the Royal Rumble in the number 2 spot and having a great showing throughout the match, really starting off on a really cool, almost emotional moment for everyone to see her come back.
Yeah, and she should have never left. The reason that she left was that tag title debauchery that was going down. She stood with Sasha Banks and left. So her not being there was always weird to me. So I'm so happy she's back. They gave her, 45, 50 minutes in that thing? She was in there for a while.
Yeah.
So she got a good showing. It wasn't here's a feel-good moment. Let's dump her out after a couple minutes. No, she was in there and she was killing it. The Short Kings are in the house.
Yeah.
Mars should have won the men's Royal Rumble. Mars should win all the matches all the time, everywhere. Yeah. Short Kings unite. Speaking of which, they found a new Short King member. Well, I'm going to put that up there because I love Mars. But they found themselves a new Short King member. JPJ's been running around with them all weekend. And everybody I've talked to that met JPJ goes, I figured he'd be a lot taller.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy JPJ. I think he's in the air right now, heading back home. Yeah. He'll be back with me Thursday. But yeah, Naomi, I absolutely loved it. Natalia starting out 1. I loved that too. Why not? Do you want to keep pushing? Because there was something even cooler, in my opinion, that happened a few spots later.
Yeah. And what is being described as the beginning of a potential partnership. We got Jordynne Grace, the Knockouts champion, joining the Royal Rumble. Not only was they in there, but they even told a little bit of they straight up were telling the story of a TNA story of Trinity and her and their rivalry, who just ended a week ago. Like a few days ago, the episode aired, and they're in a WWE ring. Like I was like, my jaw was on the floor. Like it was so cool, and like they also like afterwards they explained that it's a little different from when Mickie James did it. Mickie James was on a verbal contract with Impact at the time, whereas Jordynne Grace is in like a full-on signed contract.
Yes, Ophelia is saying that JPJ is a big personality. I absolutely agree with you. That's why I love him so much. But yeah, the music hit, and I was like, "What is that? I know that. That's not anybody here." And then it's Jordynne Grace, and I audibly yelled out like, "Holy!" I was like, "Oh man!" And Mrs. Pluggo was like, "Owen's sitting right here. Behave." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but like it was cool. And then they mentioned her TNA Impact. I know that like they did it with Mickie James in the past, and but this was cool to see. Maybe there's a potential partnership there that opening up. Jordynne Grace looked like she fits in seamlessly with the WWE scene. I don't know if she'll ever sign there. She makes quite a bit of money doing her own thing, and I don't know if she's willing to give that up. But again, we see later on in the Rumble, Jade Cargill made her debut, and that was one of the reasons she didn't sign, is because she's also got a lot of money coming in elsewhere. But maybe, who knows? They gave her a great showing. It felt like everyone in the Women's Royal Rumble had some kind of purpose and had some kind of moment. Maybe some spots weren't as long as others, but like everybody felt like they had a role.
Yeah, like I think throughout, like they also gave her, for somebody who does not work there, they gave her a great showing. They from the moment she stepped in that ring, like they were trying to build their own star. Yeah. Like she just like roughed house. Like also people have to understand, both her and her husband are like 5 feet tall. Yeah. They are not big people, but like straight up just like full on Hoss catching people out of midair at full thing like it's nothing. No. Just like the strongest person in the world, just flinging people from the very jump in there. And she also stayed in there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they treated her like a star, and like it was mentioned in the press conference earlier, but like it seems like the figurative door is open.
What door?
I'm pretty sure it's like a patio door.
Yeah, because it'd be silly to name it anything else.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
It was cool. TNA and WWE, that's not a bad idea. I know Goose was kind of opposed to it last night, which is fine. If you're opposed to companies kind of mixing in and whatnot, bad for business, whatever. I thought, well, actually, no, Goose was pro. I think it was, I can't remember. I've done so many streams this week.
Yeah.
But either way, like if you're pro or against it, it was a cool moment to see. They gave her a shot. That standoff she had with Ivy Nile. Like, she just looked like she belonged in that ring, and it wasn't like after a few minutes that the TNA kind of like coolness wore off, and you're like, this chick's just a badass. Yeah. Like, Jordynne Grace rules. People that know Jordynne Grace know she rules, but like maybe these casuals that don't were like, this chick's good. Like, she's stronger than, I think she's probably the strongest one in the match.
Yeah.
From just hands down. I mean, not saying that, you know, like Ivy Niles not strong, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, but I think Jordan Grace is man, crazy stuff.
Yeah, like so I was watching the Royal Rumble at my brother's place. He was having a party, like his birthday party was a Royal Rumble party, and I'd say there was probably 3 or 4 of us. There was 4 of us that were actual wrestling fans there, out of like 11 or 12 people. So the majority of people weren't wrestling fans, and like
nerds.
Yeah, absolute dorks. And it's like the people they gravitated towards, like in the Women's Royal Rumble, like instantly were Jade. Jordan Grace immediately got a big pop, like from everyone, like, oh shit, she's a bit like Piper Niven.
You know, Chelsea Green killed.
Chelsea Green too. Chelsea Green as well. Like everyone, like the first description, like one of the people sitting next to me, one of the girls sitting next to me was like, I don't know who she is, but like I immediately feel like she's a star.
Yeah, she looked good. She played the comedy spots perfect. It was good.
Yeah, it was a nice reference to last year of her almost getting immediately eliminated. And here we go, another run.
Oh, look, just pops in like he doesn't even thumbs up. But no, I'm just kidding. Messes up the crap.
I'm sorry, like my computer is not working right now. I'm worried it's bricked, so I had to like log in with my phone, which popped me in right away.
How you doing, Zach?
We hit the likes goal, buddy.
We did?
Already, yeah.
Wonderful. Did we announce it?
No, I was waiting for you.
Yeah.
That's kind.
I wanted you to be a part of the fun. There we go.
Okay. Can you just give me like 2 seconds to possibly find a way to prop this thing up and
yeah. We're chatting the Rumble and who Lawrence's people liked the most at the party of non-wrestling fans.
Yeah.
What did you like the most, Lawrence? I'm sorry.
No. I was at my brother's place yesterday. We were watching it. He was having his birthday party. He was having a Royal Rumble birthday party.
Okay.
And like, I'd say 7 out of 4 people weren't wrestling fans. So like, it was interesting to see who just from like the jump they gravitated towards without knowing anything about him. And I think like the obvious ones were like Jade, Chelsea Green, like they just like, I don't know, I was just saying, like I don't know who she is, but she looks immediately like a star. Like I just feel like she's a star. Mm-hmm. And like they liked how she came out. Like Jordan Grace immediately, like everyone really liked. But yeah, like the Women's Royal Rumble match on a whole was like very well booked, I felt. Like they told several cool stories in there. I have potentially a different idea of what's going to happen with Damage Control. But like
yes, Damage Control looked good in this match. But if we can, I did it last night or early this morning, wherever you are in the world, but I'm going to do it again. I've been saying it since she debuted in AEW, but Jade Cargill is a bona fide star. They played her debut absolutely flawless, perfect. Because I was saying, like, Nia Jax was in there to clean house, and it took, it was 6 to 8 of them are trying to pull her over the top rope, couldn't do it. They let Jade do it by herself. That standoff with Bianca Belair, like they played her part well. Even the ending when she got the Oblivion from Liv looked cool, and it looked like she kind of got caught in a weird spot because Bayley kind of made some moves there, so they even protected her there. Very cool way to debut her. I'm excited for what Jade can do going forward, but I think that was maybe one of my, and it could be recency bias, but it was one of my favorite Royal Rumble debuts in a long time.
Yeah, like to straight like one arm pick up Nia Jax and then flex with the other arm.
Oh, yeah. What a pose. You could put that on a shirt.
Yeah. And then like grabbing her and scoop slamming her outside of the ring in like not even like a minute, in like 2 minutes. Like max.
Unreal.
It was amazing. Amazing debut. Like they, even before when she first signed, they treat her like a star, but like the whole plan from the thing was debut at the Royal Rumble that now, they did do a good job of setting up a couple potential rivalries with her. One with Nia, and one with the EST of WWE. That stare down with Bianca, where they both just inhumanly strong people, both of them at the same time lifting other human beings over their head.
I thought they were going to throw them at each other.
Yeah, I know. Well, my party did too. I thought they were going to huck them at each other. It was perfect. But yeah, like, if that is the main match.
Comment. I saw Chelsea's gear, but I didn't make the connection. I didn't realize that they were in Florida last night. That was an awesome stance. That's great.
Yeah.
No. Yes, Chelsea killed it. The Women's Royal Rumble overall, Zach, I don't know. Did you watch it? Did you love it? What'd you think?
I didn't watch it. But, you know, like I kept an eye on it peripherally. Right person won. Glad that Bayley picked up the win. The moment of the night, I think, was Jordan Grace showing up and representing TNA. And again, huge shout out to Bianca Belair hitting the kiss of death on the apron. Unbelievable.
Yeah, very cool.
From what I saw, again, peripherally, I think the women's Rumble should have main evented over the men's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about it. We can talk about the men's. I'm sorry. I don't know. I said last night, I don't know if it was the timing, if it was because it was late, because all this other cool shit had happened already, but like it just felt like they knew we're going to do Cody Punk to finish, so the rest of it didn't matter up until like the first 15. Good talent in there, lots of cool talent. Andrade comes back, good spot, but like it just felt like let's just get to the end. It didn't feel like anybody had a real purpose because everybody was like, it's going to be Cody and Punk at the end. That's just me. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
No,
Tell me in the chat if I'm wrong. It's fair.
Yeah, they're definitely building to their final four. There was some stuff I did like in it, but I would have liked Trick to be in there and set more up with Mello. I would have liked that story to be told in the Royal Rumble, and like I think everyone pretty much clocked it, but they did put Braun Breaker in the Brock Lesnar role, like what was clearly earmarked for like a
beast to come out and take care of it. He looked good doing it.
Yeah, he looked great. Like he definitely this was the better option. Like Braun Breaker has been needing this moment for a while. Should have been on the main roster for a minute now. Yeah. And seeing him mix it up in there and looked great throughout. Like
looked like he belonged and everything. Yeah. Didn't look like it was too big of a moment for him. They had the McAfee spot, whatever. They kind of wasted a spot there. Yeah. Omos was in there too. You know, it was a men's Rumble till, like I said, the final 6 when Sammy returned. You had Drew, Damian, Punk, Cody, and then I'm blanking on the 6th one. Who's the 6th one? Oh my gosh. It was Priest, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn, Gunther, thank you. Yes, I can't believe I forgot about Gunther. He looked good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just felt like it was like we got, and then they gave us like 10 to 15 minutes of Punk and Cody at the end there, which was fine, which was cool. It was very cool to see Punk do the pedigree, being like, hey, you know, can you believe I did that shit? Yeah, I did this shit. And just like Cody wins, goes back to back for the first time since 97, 98. Somebody goes back to back, which I thought was cool. So, of course, in my opinion, the right people won because I picked both Bayley and Cody before the show. Oh, there's that.
Now that I've kind of like configured my desk haphazardly, I'm told we owe a match announcement to the good folks tuning in.
By the way, we smashed it. We're at 16 likes right now. I'm hoping we can get to 25 by the end of the show. Let's get some more, guys.
Yeah, drop those likes while you're here. If it's your first time tuning in, be sure to hit subscribe while you're here. We thank you for tuning in all the same, whether you're doing so live or on demand. But let's talk about what's happening on February 23rd for LPW 23. Friday, 2 nights ago, Spencer teased that there was a big match that he was setting up for our tag team champions, Ride or Die, Taryn it from Accounting, and Stephen Crow, and he delivered. Can someone hit the graphic for me? Has it been uploaded?
Has it been uploaded? Lawrence, you got it?
I I don't think it's been uploaded.
I've never seen. I didn't see the graphic before the show, so I have zero idea of what you're talking about, Zach.
My bad, guys. I was speaking as if they've been uploaded, but I'm not going to like just say it. I want to show you with a picture.
Okay.
So
how about while you upload it, I'm going to say this. Why don't we tease this? Ride or Die has been basically since they won these tag championships.
Oh wait, I see it.
Talking trash, telling Spencer he needs to step his game up.
Save the image.
He needs to step his game up in the tag division and give them some actual competition.
Spencer found some good competition for our champions. If only Spencer was here.
Oh shit!
Well,
guys, the morning I've had. I apologize.
That's all right. Wow,
stuff.
This is a professional show. This is a professional program. We all
have to give you the thumbs up when we're good to go.
Yeah, wait.
I haven't even seen the graphic, so I didn't know it was available yet, and nobody sent it to me.
Let me see if this works.
Yeah, I posted.
Oh nope, that's not.
No!
I don't know how this works. I don't know how to put this thing for just pictures.
We gotta put it in the overlay, buddy. Not the.
Who was clever enough to spot that?
I think I was. Mm-hmm. I saw the Ride or Die with the tag champs in there, so they're in this match for sure.
This is true. The champions are definitely defending the championship in this contest.
There we go.
Ride or Die. Stephen Crow and Terrence from Accounting defend the title against Sinner and Saint, Travis Williams and Judas Icarus. Judas returning for the first time since LPW 19, where he challenged Zoe Sager for the Grand Championship, and he is returning with more championship ambitions in mind. Travis, of course, recently lost the Challenge Championship to Zoe Sager, and both of them are hungry for more gold in an LPW ring. Sinner and Saint challenge Ride or Die on February 23rd.
Holy shit.
What do you guys say on for exposure there, Pluggo?
Banger alert. Woo, woo, woo. My God. So I love Tanner from Accounting and I love Stephen Crow. I'm Ride or Die always, but maybe they bit off a little bit more than they could chew here. Sinner and Saint, for my money, is one of the best tag teams on the planet. Whew. I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great
match.
That's going to be a good one. Teased a big match for our champions, and he delivered. All right, I'm going to disappear for a second.
I wonder if they're like, oh, crap. What were we thinking?
We done goofed. My computer is working, so I'm going to pop out for just 2 minutes. Be back in a second, guys.
All right, let's start making fun of Zach again. No, just kidding. That darn Zach and his. That is a really cool matchup. Travis Williams and Judas Icarus are fantastic. Thank you to everybody who hit the like button. Keep hitting it. Keep hitting subscribe. Share out the live. Let the algorithm know you love us. That's hence why we're going to watch Zoe Sager versus Judas Icarus, because he's coming back, and I'm psyched that he's coming back. I got the opportunity to talk to him for the last LPW show when he was here, and he is a wonderful person. So he probably doesn't want me putting that in the ether because he plays the bad guy really well, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
So overall, Lawrence, while Zach gets set up for before we watch this match, your overall thoughts on the Royal Rumble. We talked the men's, we talked the women's. We had the Logan Paul KO match. We had the Fatal 4-Way. What did you think of the show overall?
I felt it was fine. Probably like a B+. Well, like I might knock it up to an like AA- just for the women's Royal Rumble because I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't like the end to the Kevin Logan Paul match. Like, it was better than the alternative of watching Logan Paul pin or submit Kevin. Like, I didn't want to see that. But it also makes no sense that, like, this guy never checks people's hands, and in the middle of the count, he just looks up at Kevin's hands right before he hits 3. Like, he's in the middle of making a 3 count, checking his shoulders are down, and he sees his hand. Like, it just made no sense why all of a sudden now he's looking for weapons. I'm saying it's anti-French Canadian bias. He assumed he was prejudiced. He assumed that he had a weapon on him just because he's from Quebec. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's funny.
But at the same time, our neighbors did also get the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble. So
yeah,
was there really prejudice at play?
Yeah, and I no, not at all. I think that was a good way. Like you said, it's better than the alternative. All right, hold on, guys. Mrs. Pluggo needs me to open it. There we go. Look at that.
Oh.
Thank you.
Jade Cargill, strength.
I was like, Lawrence is saying the Royal Rumble overall beat for him. I think it was a very conscious decision to not use any legends, make any callbacks to the past for this show. A very move forward pay-per-view, if you will. And I said it last night. I don't need to be reminded of that era right now, especially given everything that has gone on. It was a good decision to be like, here's what we have, especially with the women. They made a great effort in there. Everybody looked like they deserved to be there, had a purpose. So here, there's our awesome women's division that we're going to lead forward. Men's the same. Poor Triple. What a goddamn man. That's right, baby. When the wife needs me, no problem. Oh, that's right. I don't even work out. Can you believe it? I don't even hit the gym.
You cut to like half an hour before. Honey, could you just come on stream with a jar? Just loosen it first, and then I'll look real strong. Big man. Everyone's going to think I'm so cool.
Yeah. Well, actually, she just texted me and was like, I need this jar open. And I was like, well, just bring it downstairs. I'll do it on stream. It'll be fine. You're welcome, honey. But how long is the Judas Zoe match?
About 20 minutes. So I think it'd probably be in our best interest to give that a start.
Well, while you load that up, Lawrence, I know we talked about it pre-stream. That press conference, man. Triple H, what the hell were you thinking, buddy?
Okay, like
he couldn't have said anything worse, right? He was like, I didn't even read the thing. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not even
unbelievable.
From the jump, like first off, Cody getting the first one of the Vince McMahon questions, handle it very well, like very political, like talk about his experience in the back, and he actually, out of like a lot of the talent, have at least plausible deniability here, where like they don't know what's going on in Connecticut or the head office. Like at best, they hear rumors of stuff, but they are still just employees there. They're like the most visible employees, but are still employees, and so they don't see everything that's going on day to day somewhere where they don't work day to day. Like they don't work in that head office, and that's where this was happening. And part of the reason why Vince McMahon allegedly targeted people there is because he's got more power over them, and they're less visible, like than talent. But yes, like, and he handled it well. He just talked about his experience in the back, and like actually sounded empathetic, which is the important thing. Like he and was honest and said, like, yes, it was a bit of a dark cloud over the weekend. Like, he agreed. Which, fast forward later on to Triple H, who, when he got the question, I honestly thought he was just going to say, when he said, like, I'm going to say this thing you think I'm going to say, I'm like, oh, he's just going to say no comment. I can't comment on an open lawsuit. Like,
sure.
Yeah.
But to, like, to stop yourself and go and sort of deflect it by saying, well, I just want to focus on the positives, and then listing off all the things you've done this week.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand how, like, for somebody who's been an executive for a while now, has had tons of PR and media training by this point, you should know better than quite publicly sticking your head in the sand and saying multiple times, and then to say you didn't read the lawsuit at all.
Wild.
That is I don't like. If one of my family members got sued publicly, and the lawsuit was on the internet, I think I'd probably read it to know what the fuck is going on with one of my relatives. Like, it is his brother, it is his father-in-law who is who's getting sued, who's also his former boss.
Yeah.
Like, from a family's perspective and from a, like, what's going on with my business perspective, you would need to know what's going on in your company and know what's going on in the lawsuit. Either you already know the details
and lied about reading it, or you actually didn't read it and you're now looking like you don't have any control.
Like you're being like it is just, like straight up at its worst, straight up dismissive of a very serious topic and a very serious accusation, and not giving any like credence to somebody who had been assaulted multiple times by your father-in-law. And it was like very, very disappointing in Triple H to do that. Somebody who's like from his first day, like taking over creative from being in NXT, has championed women, and to give a like cavalier answer like that really, really bummed me out.
Yeah. On the note of the press conference, I do actually want to say I think that Steve Hawk, John Alba, and even Nick Houseman did a really good job. They held feet to the fire. I'm sure there's someone else's name who's escaping me right now, but again, they didn't. The names I mentioned, I didn't expect to necessarily, but like I'm glad that in the light, when the lights are on them and they got the microphone in hand, they rose to the occasion. They did the right thing. They asked the right questions. So bravo to those gentlemen.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure. I'm not a legal expert by any stretch of the imagination, so I don't understand what you can and can't say. But I don't know why he couldn't have just came out and said, if the allegations made against Vince are true, I'm absolutely horrified and disappointed in Vince's actions, and will do something. He just basically was like, I didn't even look at it. I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just say those allegations are horrible. Like, I'm sorry. I feel terrible that would have happened in our company. Something like that. And then when the locker room question got asked, he goes, well, everything's possible. Like, you need to come out and say, no, we're going to make sure this never happens again.
Well, like, not only that is the implication you weren't doing everything possible beforehand. Like, there weren't clearly there wasn't, but like, clearly you're sort of admitting that there wasn't a lot done there by saying just blanketly everything possible to fixing the corporate code, which also means nothing. It's a nothing statement because you made no clear things. Like, TKO needs to sit down and be like, these are the steps we are taking to stop be very transparent with it. Because the reason this happened was because Vince was able to hide in secrecy for so long, and just in like rumors and things for years, and hiding in NDAs. They need to be as upfront as possible. Be like, this is what we're going to doing to make sure this doesn't happen. There's going to be outside accountability at all times to our executives, to all our employees. That was like also incredibly disappointing. Like, it was worse than a non-answer. Like, we were all expecting a blow off non-answer, and I'm like happy every 3 or 4 reporters kept his feet to the fire. And also, like, if everyone who came after, especially the female reporters, which is like ironic for asking another question, which reporters, we all know, we all talk to each other. Like, we, especially in that room, like, a lot of us know each other, we're friends. We have an idea what each other, like, a lot of times we know what our friends are going to ask. So we're going to be like, I have a feeling he's going to ask about this. So if I get a question and I'm not going to ask about that right away, because, like, I know at least 2 other people are asking about it.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm going to have another question handy. And, like...
That was
to, like, send hate like their way because they asked a different question or something that wasn't on that topic was unfair. Like, they are well in the rights to ask anything else about the pay-per-view that's happening. Like, there were other reporters there that were holding their feet to the fire. Like, I don't like people getting attacked for asking a different question. That was shitty.
For what it's worth, I believe we can have these conversations and criticize questions that were asked.
Yeah.
But like what you're, I saw what you're referring to, Lawrence. Like, it went beyond scrutiny, it went beyond criticism, and it was just like full on abuse. Now, granted, it's a lot less severe than the abuse we're referring to that's happening in Stanford, but like all I read when I see like comments towards Emily, towards like even Steve Fall, like. Well, no,
he caught it on himself a little bit by being glib. He was glib at the beginning of the question by opening up by like I'm gonna ask something nicer, like that. No. That when you're dealing with it, that was him being glib, and I like.
And this is what I'm saying, Lawrence. Like, we can absolutely criticize that, and we're right to. But like, he's getting like I'm looking at his replies, and he's getting like threats of violence and people wishing violence upon him. And like, all I read when I read that is like, I don't believe in abuse except for when it's my turn to do it to someone. Like it's terrible behavior on Twitter, and it's disappointing to see. Criticize what happens at these scrums by all means, but don't take it to abusive levels. Like,
it kind of defeats the purpose of like, let's make this a better place, but let's crush this person. And just for like, I think affiliates that we get enough hate and threats. No need for more target on us. Why is it always like these neckbeard guys on the internet are always like the women should ask these questions? The women get enough as it is. Like, it needs to be us men championing women and protecting women and speaking up for them too. Like, it shouldn't always be when it's a sexual assault allegation. The women has to speak up. That's so silly to me. Like, we should be speaking up and speaking out. So good on everybody that did. And if you didn't, that's okay too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you're not comfortable asking those questions because of past traumas or triggers for yourself. People don't know, but it's easy to hide behind the keyboard and bash people. If you want better questions asked at the presser, I say go ahead and get yourself credentialed.
Yep. Like, it's very
not to be mean, but
for sure.
Start your own podcast.
Yeah, please
get yourself into that room. We'd love to have you if you can ask.
And then ask away.
Yeah.
Ask away. Yeah. And then when you ask a question that people don't like, be ready. I hope you don't get the onslaught that you're giving others. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Criticism always, abuse never.
I can actually speak on it. I know Zach can. I don't know if you've done it yet, but I've been in that room, and it is a pressure cooker, and there is nobody telling you can or cannot ask something. I know that when I was there, and Stephen Fall did the Taylor Swift thing, there was a lot of people going, oh, I bet the WWE told them they couldn't ask about Punk. They couldn't ask about this. That's not true. You just walk in there, ask whatever you want, but it is a very pressure-filled situation, and if 4 people have asked a similar question, it's kind of redundant to ask it a 5th time, regardless of topic, in my just personal opinion. So, and if Triple H was going to give that answer that he gave and he skirted it anyway, are you really going to get anything more out of him if you ask it a 5th time? I don't know. So it was just really sad to see people trashing, especially the women who, maybe they didn't want to ask it. It's tough. That's some tough content or tough allegations to talk about for people. So silly stuff.
Guys, I know Brunch Gimmick is usually like a very light-spirited vibe, but I do want to thank you both for just approaching this conversation. Not that I expect you guys to shy away from it. It's ugly stuff that we need to talk about, but we can't. But to ignore it would be just as I don't know.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I don't fault anybody that would ignore it, but I just know that
Yeah, like I know. Pluggo and I had to deal with it first on Thursday. We had to talk about it on Beards,
which everybody knows that's a very lighthearted and fun show, and it was like, oh, this is going to be tough.
Until it's not.
But no, it's something we're all passionate about as content creators, as in the media, as some of us are. It's like just going out, it's easy for you to sit there and say, hey, why didn't you ask this? Well, if you wanted to ask the question, there are steps that you can take to ask those questions. I thought everybody that asked the question did a good job, and I thought that the people that you wanted to ask, that's not they don't have to do that if they don't want to do that. It's up to them. But he skirted the line, as Boris is saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think that's a good way to cap that off. I don't want to keep going with
it. What more can we say from our various locations here, days removed?
Yeah, but we have a killer match to watch. Who's got it uploaded?
I do not have it uploaded. I don't know where it is.
Okay, no, I'm on it.
We're all over it today. How do you guys not have my favorite match of 2023 in an LPW ring up and ready to go? This actually was my pick for match of the year.
I was thrilled to be here, be in attendance for this one. Again, I was there largely for Speedball versus MRB, but oh boy, is it hard to pick a better match between these two. It's like 1A and 1B.
And while you load that up, if Boris, you're still in the chat, was that a shoot jar or a working jar? I didn't want to answer that during when we were talking about the presser.
Yeah.
It was definitely a shoot jar, man. I don't. What
it was gimmick, brother. It was gimmick. I saw
it. It was pre-loosened for me to look cool.
Speaking of speedball strikes first, just this week, Veda Scott dropped her vlog.
Yes,
they thought they lost the video, and none other than a cameo by our own Zach Ralph.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
yeah. Where they were talking about which comic book characters are the best looking, I believe, was the
yes.
Or which one do you find sexy?
Which is the most attractive?
Which is the most attractive?
Who'd you go with?
I don't recall. I'm gonna have to check it out again.
You didn't say. Veda gave theirs. Wait, I'm gonna see if I can find because.
That's right, Ophelia. It was not real glass. It's not a real glass jar. I'm a scapegoat here.
It's sugar glass, brother.
All right, guys. I cannot see you fine gentlemen. I got full screen on over here. Just for expediency's sake, I'm going to skip the entrances. But yes, we just let me know if there's something that needs my attention here.
Oh, she's in his face. She's in his face. No, this match was cool. Like, I remember we do on Saturdays with Blair, we do For Exposure, and we always talk about these. We do a preview, and we do it with Boris. And one of the things with Zoe's title reign that was like something we always talked about was like she relied so heavily on Reed. This was like the first match where he still was involved, but you really got to showcase what Zoe could do, and she stood toe to toe with Judas Icarus here. It was just a fantastic match, dude.
Zach, you probably turned the volume up a smidge.
I can't hear Boris's beautiful, beautiful voice.
How's that?
No, can't hear anything.
Nothing. Reed's over there. He's got the belt. He said that he's holding on to it because she's going to win it.
I know what I did. Sorry, guys.
Oh, no, it's all good.
It's coming back.
We'll figure this out. Yeah. It's because I'm here. Nothing goes according to plan. I show
Veda in their vlog does talk about their love of Rebecca from Tailspin.
Yeah, your potato skin voice. Zach, I kept texting Boris during the LPW show on Friday, potato skin references, and that's why he kept telling me to shut up on stream.
Boris needs a shut up Pluggo shirt that he wears for LPW events.
Yes.
She can hear you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tina commentated this as well. I forgot all about that.
One of the most anticipated matchups of the night.
Yeah, a lot of people talking about this when it was announced.
Zoe sucks a lot. That's not nice. That's not a Tater's gonna tater, Phil. You're darn right.
Yeah. I'm glad the King Potato meme was being circulated.
I guess Boris during the clandestine show compared that as an appetizer of potato skins to the Friday show. Because all I know is I woke up Friday morning to a text from Blair saying, "Please ask Boris about the potato skin incident." And I was like, okay.
How does the picture look, friends?
Good, perfect.
Looks good. So, speaking in that vein, while we're watching this killer match, what's your favorite appetizer? Is it potato skins, or when you're at a restaurant, are you going? What you going? Nachos?
Nachos is a good choice. Yeah, not so much a potato skins guy myself, but I like a side of potatoes as well.
Yeah, I like fried pickles or a fried mushroom or something fried. Boris saying he called it the potato skins of wrestling and immediately considered retirement.
Sorry,
champion here.
Apologies to Boris as we talk over his excellent commentary while we're talking about appetizers right now. It's a great match between Zoe and Judas happening. Oh,
and a Mitsubishi. Oh, what is this?
Oh, some terrible
game.
mobile game.
Yeah.
What do they do? That guy has
That does
no
not-
clothes on. That does not look good at all.
Pops that head out, and he's got
Yeah, Boris has been awesome. We got to work with Dash in the park for the first time on Tuesday for the LPW 22 preview, and he is a wonderful gentleman as well.
Tigers seem to be able to manage everything.
Big things for that. Yeah, this match is very, very good.
Arm trying to hyperextend that elbow.
And I think we can expect even more big things from Judas Icarus on February 23rd. As mentioned, Judas and Travis Williams will be challenging for the LPW Tag Team Championship against Ride or Die.
Ooh, so good. So good.
Right?
There is literally an infinite.
What drew me, like, I kind of got to the Judas Icarus train a little late in the game, I'll be honest. But, like, his style is just so unique that I can't help but just, like, find myself just, like, honed in on his matches. And then, of course, you had Zoe, who's absolutely fantastic to the match. So perfect for me. Should have won Match of the Year. No disrespect to Speedball and MRB, but
I mean, it's a tough call. Again, I could flip a coin.
I mean, this show in itself was all like top to like. You had Son of Irish and Travis Williams to kick it off for the Challenge Championship. That ruled like this whole card.
That's right. We saw a new champion that night.
Yeah. You know, Spencer just emptied the clip here at 19.
Oh, there's lots left in the clip.
Oh, I know. As we just found out, that match is going to rule. We got Rich King taking on MRB. That's going to be interesting,
right? I love that Rich is getting that spot. He is fantastic, and man, just he's ready to be champion. I think he's ready to be the LPW Grand Champion.
Ooh. I don't know. MRB is on another level right now. I'm excited to preview this upcoming card at 23. It's going to be a good one.
Right?
You can feel it.
Oh my goodness.
She hit the canvas hard.
Reed, where are you? You should have caught her. This was really interesting because Travis Williams, the show before, got the title shot against Zoe and came up short at 18. And then his tag partner gets the shot at 19. And Travis was at 19. So you know Judas had the playbook.
Yeah. Oh, good point.
Yeah, had the playbook, had at least some kind of idea what he was walking into. So it made for a really good match. I have to imagine those two chat every once in a while.
Judas Icarus.
Oh. You know what? Perhaps I buried the lead a little bit about their them challenging for the tag titles, because if I'm not mistaken, they're presently the Smash Tag Team Champions and Prestige Tag Team Champions. Yes.
Yep. They just. Yep.
Will they become the champs?
They're just taking over. Travis Williams said on Beards he's willing to win as much gold as his suitcase will hold. Which I have to imagine he'll get a second suitcase if needed.
He was going to charge the ropes again and wanted to halt that momentum.
But hey, he lost one belt in LPW. Why not go get another one? How does that ref? How does that? I don't want to bury the ref here, but how does he not just toss Reed out?
Are you gonna tell Reed Matthews to stop doing something?
Nah.
No, but I'm not a referee.
No. What he just said there was, it wasn't me. It was a ghost version of Reed. That wasn't this Reed. It was Ghost Reed. Whenever you see something like that, Ghost Reed.
If it was the ref from last night in the KO match, he would have tossed Reed immediately. He'd have been like, "I see them brass knucks."
No, he would have tossed Mars the Specialist.
This is true.
Oh, TY's our champ chats.
Yeah, this was during the TY Mania.
Our new scramble champion.
Crazy. I did not see that coming. I got to be honest. Jack Pride is not one that I pick against very often. But, you know.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what TY does with the Scramble Champion, the second ever Scramble Champion.
Right?
where she wants it into that neck breaker.
Well, let's do a little prediction for title length. It's twofold here. Will TY pass Jack Pride's reign? He is somewhere between 100 and 200 days.
I think he's over 200 days, isn't he?
Yeah, you're right. I think he's over 200 days.
I think it's over, but it.
And the longest reigning challenge champion was Taryn from accounting, and it was the longest reign in LPW history at over 300.
Yeah.
Will TY pass Jack? Will Zoe Sager pass TFA?
Ooh.
Right now, it has proven effective, at least to keep Zoe in control.
I think neither one of them pass.
Yeah, I'm going
Okay.
And that's not because I don't like them, just because I think that those reigns are long. It's hard.
And I think one of them is going to move to the heavyweight championship
Oh, Judas might be
zone
out.
again. I think TY, if he ever loses this title, we'll try to challenge for the heavyweight title.
Okay.
Definitely. I think he has
I can see
unfinished
that.
business there.
And I know I'll get heat for this because I always get heat for these things. For some reason, nobody likes me when I write these things down. But the way that the Scramble Championship has been booked, it's just been like juggernaut after juggernaut after juggernaut of person in that match. I mean, look what Jack Pride had to deal with on Friday. And then the Challenge Championship is always just just banger after banger after banger. So there's a level to these things that it's hard to maintain for anybody. And they're only getting bigger and bigger. So I think they're going to have good reigns, but I think they're going to come up short.
Are they cooking crack?
It looks like
It looks like every scene of somebody cooking crack.
no.
Everyone's gunning for you.
Affiliates said we're heading into Hot Rad Summer 2.
That was just a targeted ad at me being a mid-30-year-old.
Yeah.
No Sad Rad Summer, you don't think, Affiliate? Look, I'm glad the Rads are back in their winning ways. It's good for everybody. It's good for business.
Oh.
Reed Matthews.
Come on.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Get him out. There we go.
And rightfully so, Michael Fitzpatrick giving Reed the heave-ho to the locker room.
Just booted him. And then Zoe just put her hands on an official. Fitz is giving a lot of rough discretion here.
I mean, once again, Reed Matthews.
It's the beginning. Affiliate saying it's the beginning for TY. So Affiliate officially think he's going to become the longest rating scramble champion in LPW history, taking over Jack Pride. So that's a lot of days. It's a lot of days.
Top rope, psyching himself up, and Zoe just realized that this is a whole new ball game. And the challenger's got the champ in his claws.
Oh, he's taking on MRB.
We're gonna go
Oh,
on a
boy.
tour.
Big predictions for the 2024
Oh.
OPW.
I mean, the Clandestine Society systematically took care of Larry Woods for a little bit. You would think, in theory, messing up his arm like that.
Oh, boy.
I mean, it's bad. But and Larry just keeps coming for more. So hopefully he gets all right and he gets right and he can get back in the mix.
Running kick.
What a running kick by Judas.
Here in our LPW
I wouldn't want to
Grand
take a kick
Championship
from
match.
Judas.
No.
He's got something in mind, and it's bad news for the champ.
Zoe slowed her
Sizing Zoe up.
and gets scooped up.
Oh.
Saddle almost like a blue thunder bomb. Shoulders are down.
Hey, friends, we hit 20 likes on the stream.
Oh, look at that.
We shot for 12, we got 20.
That's
Look at us.
Marvelous.
That's the power of Zach showing up.
Thank you,
He's a
everyone.
draw.
That's very kind. No, Pluggo, it's because I put you on the thumbnail.
His match.
I don't think that's it at all.
It's all about setting your expectations low, baby. You can't be disappointed if you set them low.
No, but honestly, thank you to everyone who hit like on this here stream. Please be sure to subscribe while you're at it. We are here on the Brunch Gimmick every Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time,
Into the corner.
and we are always doing some pro wrestling watch-alongs. And I hope you'll join us on future Sundays.
It's the lunch. It's the lunch gimmick for me because it's 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah. Same here. Same here.
I need myself a delicious lunch.
Yeah, credit to Zoe Sager.
She's so good. 2024 might be the year of the intangible one, and that's crazy to say because she was grand champion last year.
Honestly, this has been said a few times. Spencer has even tweeted it. If you are a promoter, book Zoe Sager in 2024 because you probably will not have the chance in 2025. It's only a matter of time till someone realizes how incredible she is.
Which we would hate to see her go, but we would just love it for her.
Oh, yeah.
We would hate it, but oh my gosh, yeah, this match ruled.
He lost a little bit of his wits about him, using that bottom rope to spring up with that kick. Some of her favorite offense, pulling the pins out from underneath.
I wonder what she's got going on in 2023 at LPW 23. What does she got going on? Anybody know?
I might have been working on some graphics, that's for sure. And that's all I can really say at this time.
If we get 100 likes on the stream in the next 2 minutes, Zach will download
100 likes and $100 super chat, and I need both of those things.
Oh man!
Because if I have to explain to Spencer why I went rogue and announced a match that's embargoed, I at least need some numbers to point at to justify it.
All right, it starts making burner accounts.
Would you do it for $1 million Acada dollars? I think that just about buys you.
What's the exchange rate against the Canadian dollar?
Oh, Spencer's ears are burning.
Yeah.
Sorry, boss. I'm just trying to get Zach to go rogue here today, and every man has a price. $1 million. Yes.
Zoe Sager, absolutely.
That's probably a lot of doll hair too. That's like maybe a truck.
I said doll hairs, not dollars, you idiot. Well, give me the doll hairs then. I don't have them.
So you're looking to finish Judas Icarus off.
And he
says no. Once again.
Also, I had a great time yesterday watching Effie's Big A Brunch. That was a lot of fun.
Was it good? I was having issues with my app on my TV. Like it wouldn't load it up, but it was kind of loading on my phone. But I wasn't really in a position to watch it on my phone, so I'm going to try to watch it today. I heard it was a good time.
Yeah,
I love me the Big A Brunch. It's always fun.
It did end with like Effie gives a speech at the end, and he sort of teased Ali Catch potentially signing a TV contract soon.
Ooh,
like
she's been working with TNA a little bit, so that could be the
or AEW because she's like close with Ricky Starks.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, he was very much talking like their partnership is coming to an end soon.
Oh my goodness.
Bussy, no, say no. Say no. Which also, Effie, if you listen to Weekend at Effie's, he's also been pushing that this might be getting close to the end of the Big Gay Brunch era as well. So there's a lot of things he's been saying, like it's a lot of work for him to do and focus on, and so he knows he's got at least 2 more, I think, in the bag, and he says it now, and it could change, but he's definitely seeing where it could come to an end. So what a bit of a bummer if Ali and Effie can't do their thing. They're so good together.
Yeah. But Ali definitely, definitely deserving of a TV contract.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not enough.
Only 2.
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
Yes, it's so good. It's like controlled chaos with Judas Icarus, and I love it.
2.
Back and forth.
Ducking the PK, rolling him up.
Holding him up.
My goodness, near fall after near fall.
Again.
Sleeper, dragon.
Man.
Oh!
jeez.
First on the canvas.
Dragon X-Plex? For lack of a better, I don't know what name Judas might give that move. But it looked like $1 million. Oh!
Whoa! What did if he get touched up? Look. Oh!
Good Lord above.
Meanwhile,
By hook or by crook, Zoe Sager always figures it out, finds a way.
Z Factor.
And Zoe again.
Retains.
Hook or by crook, she got it done.
Hey, don't more said the line by hook or by crook.
And still, at the time, LPW Grand Champion Zoe Sager.
What a match. What a match.
What a match. Yeah, I think you might have a point there, Pluggo. I think that might have been oh man.
Yeah.
Now I just want to rewatch Speedball versus MRB as well.
Yeah. Like I said, that whole show was just fantastic. But for my money, and it was close, I think that was my LPW match of the year. So
Great job.
But
There's no wrong answers when you're choosing an LPW match. That's for damn sure.
This is true. Except for all the times back in the day when the Rads used to yell at me. We need you to change that intro, by the way. We're friends now, Zach.
Yeah.
It's still funny, though.
It's so funny.
I still pop every time. It's like, hey, when I have beef with somebody, I find a way to get to him. Shut the hell up, Pluggo.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, Larry.
Larry's like, let me talk. Like, yes. Oh, huge pops.
Oh, what a match.
With that, friends, I think that's all the business there is, unless you want to get to anything before we sign off here on the Brunch Gimmick.
No,
I
I think
we're good.
we handled it all today. Handled it all.
Yeah. Stood on it. Okay, well, in that case, you can catch us here on Sundays every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 Mountain Time. I will be back for Quizplex on February 15th. So far, Mars the Specialist will be defending the Quizplex Championship against his fellow Short King. You just saw him standing by Zoe Sager in that match. Reed Matthews will be making his Quizplex debut. And again, we're pursuing some exciting names for that third contestant. Follow me on all social media at SmartMouth. Follow at Love Wrestling CA on any social media platform you can think of. Ticket bit me. Lawrence, go for it.
Yeah, you can follow me at KurtSandyG, at Cheap Pop Show on Instagram and Twitter, both of them.
Good.
And you can catch me back here next Sunday on the Brunch Gimmick. Yeah, that's about it. Pluggo.
Heck yeah. Well, you can find me at Pluggo on Twitter, at Pluggo Loves Wrestling on all other social medias. That's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, all that fun stuff. Thursday night, 8 p.m., JPJ will be back for Between Two Beards. We got a guest coming on, SP3 of True Heel. He is going to join us to break down the Royal Rumble and all that happened this week, so that'll be fun. You can find all the updates on that at B2 Bears on all social medias. And then you never know where else I might pop up. I do some writing for Love Wrestling CA on the internet. Let's go check that out if you like.
You're the content Iron Man.
Yeah.
You're the content Iron Man of this platform.
I also do a solo podcast on my own, a little fun thing called Unplugged with Pluggo. So check that out if you have any kind of way to listen to podcasts. I still haven't figured out a best way to promote that. Wherever your podcast needs are found, the show should be there. There we go. That's it. That's what I got.
There you go.
So
Too much stuff.
Yeah. For Zach, for Pluggo, Lawrence, we'll see you back here, same time, same place next week. Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.